coming up 10 past 8 and joining us in the studio this morning. Oh, hang on, I forgot to do something. There's something very, very important that I need to do, and it is time now. Coming up 10 past 8. Welcoming into the studio for a normal Tuesday morning, it is Dan Gordon. Did you like that?
Oh, I loved it. That's great. I just it doesn't often happen to me, Kerry.
Really?
So we must have been doing that to announce you coming on. Yeah.
No. That is all you, mate. That is all you. Dan Gordon, Mayor of the Waimakariri District. Thanks for coming in. We do this every week, of course, around this particular time. A couple of things that we need to crack on about. The Relay for Life happening over the last weekend. So lots of things happened over the weekend, but let's have a chat about the Relay for Life. You were down there. How did it go?
Oh, it was fantastic. A big shout out to Cancer Society and the local organising committee led by Don Young. They raised over $100,000, which exceeded all expectations, but I was really impressed with how much of our community turned out, both community and businesses there to support. Obviously something that touches a lot of us. In the last week, my own sister's been diagnosed with cancer, and it's something that's it touches all parts of our community. So, look, I did 3.5 hours on that track on Saturday in 2 stints, and I'm still feeling it actually, but there were some pretty hard out efforts from students as well.
Yep.
There was a lot of young kids there, so you can still make donations towards that, and that goes directly to supporting all the work that the Cancer Society does in our community, and it's phenomenal. So big shout out to our local team, because it's a huge amount of work and makes a lot of difference for a lot of people.
Well done to you there, Dan. 3.5 hours and a couple of stints. That's pretty full on. When I painted the foyer out here at the top of the stairs, it took me about 3.5 hours, and I couldn't walk for about 2.5 days after that. So
it's hard work painting.
Well, it is.
It is. No, it is. Seriously, I'm not belittling you. I know myself. I've done it, and I'm not a painter.
I get it. It's not 3.5 hours walking around it, but I get it. It is really. But whilst you were there, you received a phone call on was it Saturday morning from a
couple of people that were just wanted to make sure that the council's flags were at half mast to recognise Prince Philip, and so our staff were onto that, and we got both here and Kaiapoi there, and we've organised for condolence books to be in our libraries in Rangiora, Kaiapoi and Oxford, so people can express their sentiments, and we'll make sure that gets to the Queen ultimately, I hope. So yes. That's because it's important that 73 years service, amazing.
It is a long time.
He's he's been a colourful character over the years, but I think he's actually helped modernise the monarchy and make it relevant where it is today. And we met when Prince Charles was here a few years ago. Got the chance to meet him, and a surprisingly nice, down-to-earth guy, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a couple of statements coming out of Buckingham Palace, Duke and Dukes of Cambridge and Sussex. Prince Harry, though, I reckon that his part of his statement was great. It says he was authentically himself. He could hold the attention of anyone in any room because you just didn't know what he was going to say next.
Well, there's some clingers that were there, but
hey,
you like him for it because he's authentic, and some of them were a bit, probably these days, if they were said, were certainly on the risque side. Yep. But ultimately he supported the Queen through that time, and it's a very lonely job that she would have, being the monarch. No matter how many advisors you have, you still got to make decisions. So
absolutely. So the condolences box in the Waimakariri libraries, they're in Rangiora, Oxford?
My understanding is that they're now. I asked our staff yesterday, so I haven't actually checked for myself, but if you ask our staff, if anyone wants to, then I must check that up myself this morning to make sure that they're there, but my understanding is yes.
Absolutely. Okay, there was another story that I'd like to run past you this morning too, and that is the Kaiapoi BMX track. $200,000 was put up by ratepayers of North Canterbury, Waimakariri should I say, and it's getting a wee bit of damage done to it. That must be a bit of a disappointment to you?
Yeah, it is. Look, any sort of vandalism is disappointing because it's just senseless and it costs us all to repair it. That's been built to an international standard. Trent Jones designed it, and I was there at its opening, and it was really exciting to see. And it's well used by our local community. So that sort of damage is senseless because all it ends up doing is just depriving people of using it who get a lot of enjoyment. The one here in Rangiora as well is fantastic to a great standard. So, we're building these things so that our community can enjoy them. So we just really ask people that are doing things to think about it first.
Absolutely. It's going to take a long time to fix them. I'm not 100% sure whether it is malicious vandalism, but
I think, it's just not thinking about it.
That's what I think is probably more accurate with using the wrong sort of wheels on the different track.
Well, they're designed for BMXs.
Correct.
They're not designed for scooters.
Yeah, or skateboards.
Or skateboards. There's plenty of opportunities. There's skateboard parks in Rangiora and Kaipoi and Oxford for individuals that have those to use them. And I went down to a skate jam about a month or so ago, and gosh, it's fantastic what they can do down there. So it's been built for that purpose, so please use those.
Did you get on the Merrill skateboard and have a bit of a go?
Skateboarding is not a skill I have, Kerry.
Really?
No.
It's surprising.
It's one I've never had, really, but I do admire watching those that can do it well, and gosh, it's impressive. It's we've got some really skilled people out there. But were you a boarder in your day?
No.
Roller skates?
The last time I was on a skateboard, I actually fell off and broke my wrist. That was in the year 2000. I remember it. It was in the year 2000. That's the last time. But I could surf.
You could surf,
I could surf, which is sort of similar to skateboarding.
I'm not... look, I played rugby and cricket, those sort of sports, but I haven't really ventured off into other areas.
Yep.
I did the first softball pitch a few weeks ago. Apparently, I was told that went okay, but I watched the young woman do it afterwards, and my goodness, no, I didn't. I watched them. Yeah. They were amazing.
I think I was being relatively honest when I said to you, no, Dan, no.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. It's hey, look, honesty is important, and I welcome that.
Absolutely. Hey, Dan, thanks so much for coming into the studio. We do this every Tuesday at around 8:10. Thanks for coming in, and
have a good week.
And you too as well. Catch up with you next time.
Compass FM.